Hey everyone, it's Lisa from Primitive Gatherings, and we are on day 8 of our 12 days of my favorite things. 8 more days till Christmas, so get your stuff together. All right, so what do I have for you today is 20% off of fabric necessities or essentials, as Jess likes to call it. So the first thing let's talk about is the Rowenta steam station. Now this is a very hard item to get right now. So depending on what's available, we might have a couple options for you to get yourself one of these. So we might have an Amazon link, or we might be able to see what we can get from our supplier. But so be aware that they are hard to get right now, and when we do get big orders for them, they sometimes take a while. But this is the iron that you want on your list. So why do we like it? One is, look at all these steam holes, and I don't care if you're working with wool or regular cotton, steam is your friend, all right? And let's just talk about this iron a little bit. So one of the things is it has this really cool compartment for your water. It holds all, I don't know what the capacity is, but a lot of water. Like, you won't have to fill this up unless all you do is press all day long. But I pretty much only have to fill mine every couple of days when I'm working in my studio. It has a lock here, so this doesn't come off. I know there's some things on here that you might learn that you didn't know about your iron if you bought from us previously. And then on the side here is a little place where you will take this out and clean your iron, I would say at least about once a month, where you would take this out, and this is like where all the mineral deposits from your water end up. But I love this iron, and it is amazing, and probably didn't know I was going to do this. So a little water will come out. So here we go. Yeah, and it needs to be cleaned. This is one that we use right here in our studio, and that's the deposits. You see that little bit of whatever that is? Mineral deposits. I'm just going to leave that out, and we're going to clean that. Okay, we're going to just go rinse it under hot water, take a little toothbrush and scrub that out, put it back in, and then you're ready to go with that. But hands down, the best iron that we've ever had. Okay, so along with ironing, starching. Now, we're trying to figure out how to sell starch. And I know that Faultless has pre-packaged or repackaged some of their starch for quilters, but it's so expensive, right? And it's pretty in the package for quilters, but this is the one you want. Now, I have lots of videos out there watching me starch fabric. Just remember, saturate it nice and wet, pile them upon each other so that starch just seeps through and stays with your fabric. Hang them to dry. Once they're dried, steam them with that iron there, and then they're ready for you to cut. So lots of information out there on starching. And then, of course, we have to have these wonderful wool pressing mats. Now they come in 3 different sizes: small, medium, and large. So we have the 12 by 12, the 20 by 20, and then the big mama here at I think it's 20 by 58. So if you have a big ironing surface, get yourself one of these. Or we have the smaller ones for your little side tables or traveling when you're going to retreat. And I still like to cover mine sometimes with an old towel, and that is not, I think the mat still does what it's all performed to do. I just like that little bit of grip on my fabric. I've been so accustomed to pressing on an old towel that I like to protect my mat with that. And then we have the pressing stick. So these are for opening your seams. So there's 4 sizes. There's a little one. I don't really use that one here in the studio because I kind of like this size right here. If I had to pick one, I like this size, which is I think 20 inches. So measure it against the, oh, a little bit bigger, 22 inches probably. And then this one I think is 18. And then this one is big and long for like when you're pressing your sashings open or your border sometimes if you want that to be pressed open. But you would lay your seam on this curve, and then what it does is you run your iron across it, and it doesn't mess up any of your other piecing or your seams on the block. So it really isolates your quilt block or whatever you're trying to press open. So those are my essentials for fabric and getting prepped, and while we're cutting and sewing, all that kind of stuff, these are what you'll need for that. So, all right, we will see you again tomorrow.